Good afternoon, class. My name is Norberto Martinez Jr. I am currently a student at Texas State, who's graduating next December with a degree in accounting. Today I'll be talking to you a little bit about Chapter 7 in our business communication book, which is a couple pages on business communication in the digital age. So we'll be starting off with how to manage your career well. Us as college students are coming in and trying to get a new job when we leave college. We know how competitive the workplace is going to be and how we have to be quick to adapt and knowing skills or certain areas where if we don't, we'll be eaten by another employee and we'll just be tossed out and just recycled through the employee process. There's so many possible candidates that if one doesn't do the job, you can just throw them out, find someone that will and have the certain skills that you need, and just have that one. So as candidates, we need to be quick to adapt and be learning aware to learn new skills, whether we know them or not. And another big thing in the hiring process is the online reputation, which Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, anything that we've ever posted, a status, a tweet, a picture that we might be tagged on, or a picture we posted ourselves, could harm us in the hiring process. If we have a bad picture tagged of let's say, someone holding up alcohol all around you, even if you don't have alcohol, but the employee sees that and they are very like anti-alcoholish or anti-party-ish, then that could be a real thing in the hiring process. They might not hire you because of that certain picture. So we have to be careful with our reputation and know that take away any picture that could possibly harm you or any tweet or any status, which ties in into our next slide, which is social media's changing communication technologies. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, these things have been so big now, just they've grown, so many users use them daily, and a lot of products are now being announced through them or now being promoted through them. Artists are now like announcing their CDs or their albums or busting out a new album just through these social media channels. I know Beyonce busted out an album through Twitter. You go through her Twitter page, you can download the album for free. And nowadays, companies are also using social media to solve problems with unhappy customers. I know myself, I've tweeted about Time Warner Cable's customer service. I was left without internet for 2 months. So I tweeted one day and then 2 minutes later someone direct messaged me. They said, hey, what's your address? What's your problem? We'll be out there. 2 days later they're out there. The technicians fixed everything. And 2 days after that, for a whole week, the Twitter team kept messaging me saying, is everything okay? Like, is everything going good? Like, their companies now are using this to deal with these type of things because they know how much angry teenagers or angry clients go on the internet and just rage about their problem. So I know airlines do this a lot now, saying delayed flights, someone tweet, oh, this airline is nothing but a piece of garbage. But the airline comes in, tweets them, tells them a bunch of things, maybe sets up a free complimentary carry-on package next time. And I mean, they solve the problem, they take away grudges, and they keep their customers happy. With global marketplace and competition, a lot of international brands are being introduced to the United States, which is H&M, which is a clothing brand that suits teenagers from Sweden. And IKEA, another one from Sweden, which is great. I mean, I've purchased things at IKEA and I love it there. It's just so convenient, so efficient. So it's bringing the domestic brands a lot lower and having a lot more competition between them. And of course, the new thing is a hit, people are going to keep going to it, like IKEA. And a lot of brands are now going abroad, and domestic brands are going abroad to try to open up there, but they have to adjust in accordance to the country. They have to have great cultural awareness because what sells in India might not sell in China, what sells in the United States might be illegal in Russia. Like, every little country is different in their own way, and you gotta know just how Pepsi and Cola know that maybe this country doesn't accept Coca-Cola because of the way they handle things, or McDonald's isn't accepted in this country because of the way they handle their meat, or any type of little unwritten rule that may not let them efficiently be in that country. They gotta be aware of that. They gotta adjust to that too. Collaborative environments and teaming. There's two things called teaming on the fly and standing teams. Standing teams, I can put these two in a real good example. A standing team is an NBA professional team like the San Antonio Spurs that have been going on for years and years and years, and they have their plays, they know what they're gonna run, they know each other already. And teaming on the fly, it could be a pickup basketball team that is just that's the Texas State rep. just all 5 guys that are put together. Hey, let's go play. All right, let's play. And they play to their skills. They help each other out. They collaborate a little bit. But it's on the fly. It's just as it is. You go. You just go as it is. You go with the flow. A lot of companies have this team on the fly thing now. They have temporary job specific employees too. They just hire them for that specific job. If they don't get the job done, well, you don't get it done, and you never get hired again. You get it done. If you get the job done and you do it well the way they want it, they could possibly hire you again for different jobs in maybe a long-term position in the company. So a lot of this is is being used in companies now. And the growing workforce diversity. The white non-Hispanic population is actually dropping. Right now it's at 70% around estimated. In 2020 it is expected to drop to 60% white non-Hispanic population. In 5 years it's going to drop 10%, which is just shows how diverse we're getting and how many different races are getting involved. Um, Women are actually a minority in the business world. Although they are chasing more degrees than men are, they're still treated as a minority in the business world. Which is sad because, I mean, they're supposed to be equal since 1919, since the amendment, but we still don't in the business world. There have been many influential roles in the women in the business world, but not as much as the men. They're not respected. Like, if I were to have a man boss or a women boss, people would tend to respect the man boss. And the immigrant population is actually injecting to an already competitive market. It's just simple. It's just we're already competitive as it is, and now you're adding thousands more people with a different set of skills that you may not have. Like I am Laredo, Texas. I mean, if you speak Spanish, you have a great skill to land a job. Because if you have a candidate that speaks Spanish and a candidate that doesn't, they know that 99% of the time, the one that speaks Spanish will get the job. Just because they know what their city needs, what could be possibly the skill that's needed for the job. So you bring in immigrants that have other skills that you may not have, and they're taking away your job. So we just have to be adapting and just always trying to better ourselves because of this thing, because we need a job as college students figuring out. So this is just a couple of things in the workforce, in the digital age. And well, we as college students, we need to be adaptive. We need to know that Twitter can hurt us, they can help us. We can be part of the Twitter team and knowing how to be teaming on the fly and knowing how to adapt to our skills and just coming out and trying to be the best candidate you could possibly be for your employer. So that is the end of my presentation. Hope you all enjoyed it. Is there any questions? Thank you.